Good morning! We are sailing into Wellington, New Zealand this morning. We have spent the last 2 days at sea in very poor weather conditions, so I am relieved to see land, and it's a beautiful, bright, blue-skied, sunny day outside, and the landscape of New Zealand already looks incredible. I have an amazing view from my balcony. I've just been getting ready here this morning to go get some breakfast and get refreshed after 2 days of lounging and sleeping and doing not a whole lot around the ship. So I am so excited to see land, and New Zealand looks incredible. So it's a little before 10 a.m. I'm going to go out and get a big breakfast because I have an excursion booked at noon today. Actually, it's at 1:30. We dock at noon in Wellington, and we'll be there until 7 p.m. So I actually booked a tour for Lord of the Rings. And if you don't know, Lord of the Rings was mostly, I think, filmed in New Zealand. And as a kid, well, a young adult, my family and I went to all of the Lord of the Rings movies in the theater, saw them all in theater. It was sort of the thing we did around the Christmas holidays. I have very clear memories of that, and so I'm very excited to go see some of the filming locations for Lord of the Rings here in New Zealand. Off to breakfast I go, and then time to get ready for an excursion. Pretty windy out here, but I just got breakfast, and then look at this amazing view from the back of the ship. Just incredible. You can definitely see the ship is still moving quite a bit. It's pretty choppy out there and windy. All right, exit this way. True.
Only remaining in the...
That shuttle line is very long. That is crazy. All right, this is the crazy shuttle line to get on the free bus that takes you downtown, but we're heading to the excursion meeting point for the excursion I booked through Viator. And here's the ship.
G'day everyone, welcome to Wellington. Our nickname is the Cake Tin, because it looks like a tin you bake cakes in, which you'll see from the top of Mount Olangi Hill up in front of us later on. Those are actually air roots, so you get moisture from the air as well as from the ground. It's a bit like the Spanish moss you get in Florida, except on a tree. As a tree, I should say. Sand though actually comes from the top of the South Island. But as you can imagine, some very expensive houses and apartments around here. Location, location, location. But not always the case. In the 1800s, this was actually the slum area of Wellington. And up on the hillside on the top left, you can see Wellington being blown away by the wind.
First stop, Wellington sign. It looks like it's being blown away by the wind. As I'm sure you can hear, it is very, very windy out here. And apparently this is a less breezy day than usual.
they died many, many times. Secret trick of death, you want it to look natural, because you don't just fall down as if you're asleep.
So we can't film anything in the actual tour, so we can just film in this area out here. So I'm going to take a little video of what's out here, then I'll just have to tell you about what we see on the tour since I can't film.
Liam, I'm just going to lock my bus.
Yeah, sounds good, Robbie.
I mean, if you look at the help she's wearing, that's what I think it is.
Hello.
You know people.
Yes.
Go.
Oh, you guys. We take a picture of that?
Yes. Yeah.
Hang on a second.
Oh, yeah.
Jest jakaś wyłana.
Very cool. Crazy. Okay, now we're on the outside part of the tour and we're going to go down and walk downhill a little ways to see some of the filming locations for Lord of the Rings. The tour at the studio was awesome. I'll talk more about that later though.
Okay, gather round. But the best shot of me is from the second movie, The Two Towers.
Oh, yeah.
As the elves march into Helm's Deep, they march past two separate Rohan soldiers. So I'm the second one with long hair and a cheesy grin. Aragorn and Gandalf are talking. Do you think Frodo's made it? What does your heart tell you? That scene there. Basically we film the same scene over and over all day. It is hard work pretending to be drunk all day. It is really, really tiring. Because you're over-exaggerating movements, over-exaggerating speaking, really tires your brain out. And then these are from the world premiere of Return of the King in 2003, held here in Wellington. Okay, so we're going to go up this path here. As we go up the path, hobbits are about 3'6", about the height of this post. Disadvantage, this is a public area, walking, jogging, mountain biking. You've also got the city in the background behind us. Now right at the start of filming, I didn't actually have permission to film here. They forgot to ask. But I did have security at some of the different entrance points just saying, oh, sorry guys, can't come in here today. We're doing track maintenance. So this is a composite shot. Pretty much the only reason I stopped is one of the stunties dislocated his shoulder. The phrase, I think I've broken something, is what he actually said. And Peter Jackson's like, oh, that's a good line, we can use that. So this scene was filmed further down the hillside and honestly doesn't look anything like this anymore. Who painted the leaves? Not the interns, not college students, think younger, child labour. Go to the schools and kindergartens and say, here you go kids, colour these in. Like I say, so this technique, if you know Alfred Hitchcock, movie director, you know what a dolly is, a camera track. So the Hitchcock zoom, the dolly zoom, pull the camera back on the dolly, zoom in with the lens at the same time, feels like the screen's closing you, amazing technique. When Frodo gets his premonition, and what does he say?
Get off the road.
Get off the road. And the hobbits hide under a big tree trunk in a hole beside the road. Have a look around, where do you think this is? Yeah. So the tree trunk, you come through this. Behind the scenes. And hide it behind you. Nice, there we go. It is a narrow, uneven, rocky path, so we're not going down it because it is so narrow, we won't all fit. At the start of filming, the hobbits are still getting used to their hobbit feet. Standard rule of thumb, if it's a battle scene, if you fall down, you're dead. So hand on mode, hand and arm on mode, horizontal, and then all the way up until just about falling backwards, get the top of the trees in. Really cool shot. But you don't see the breath of the rider, because the rider's dead. He's actually wearing a snorkel, and his breath comes out behind him into his hood.
Mm.
About 200 metres, about 600 feet above sea level. And I've got to say, this is a great way to finish the day.
Wow, this is a view. Blow over.
You see the runway? You see the runway?
Same as San Fran because of the risk of earthquakes. Wooden houses have more give in a quake. There's at least 12 fault lines running through our harbour that we know of. Can't feel about 15 to 20 earthquakes a year on average.
Goodbye, Wellington. We are officially sailing away. Merry Christmas Eve! I am heading to dinner and I have 1 minute to get there, so I have to head out in just a second. But quick update, we are sailing away from Wellington and heading off to sea for the next couple of days. But I had an amazing afternoon with beautiful weather, windy, yes, very windy here, but beautiful day, sunny skies, and of course I will have shown you all of my experience, but I have more to say later. I will catch up with you after I go to dinner, but I'm heading to Le Bistro tonight, so I'll show you what I order. Same menu as always, nothing different for the holidays, but I'm excited. Specialty dining on Norwegian is always delicious, so let's go. Well, good evening. We have come to the end of Christmas Eve. I can't believe tomorrow's Christmas already. It does not feel like Christmas. And although the ship is beautifully decorated for the holidays, there are trees, there are lights, there's lots of people dressed up, lots of people wearing festive editions like I am tonight. I think tomorrow is going to be the big day as far as people dressing up and really being in the Christmas spirit. But tonight was lovely. I had dinner at Le Bistro. The food was delicious. I did take a couple of videos of that for you, and then listened to some live music. The pianist at Magnum's Champagne Bar, which is always a favorite venue. I just love this ship so much, and I would go on this ship every single year for the holidays if I could, but next year it is doing a very similar same itinerary to this one, so I'm gonna have to find something else. But today I did the afternoon excursion for the Lord of the Rings, and it was a really good excursion. I very much enjoyed it. It was about 3.5 hours or so. Unfortunately, we didn't get enough time afterwards to explore the city. However, it is Christmas Eve, so a lot was closed, so we just went back to the ship after the tour ended. I would have loved to do the cable car, which is what was recommended, to go up to the top of the mountain. You can walk down. I heard great things about that, but unfortunately the tour took too long to be able to do both today. But we had such great weather. So if you're not familiar with Weta, which I wasn't, it is a production studio that actually creates prosthetics and costumes and special effects and pieces and parts for movies, and I think TV shows too. So obviously Lord of the Rings is one of the most well-known of the movies that they've created special effects and costumes for, but Avatar, King Kong, lots of other fantasy movies with extraterrestrial and non-human entities, monsters and objects and things like that. It was really fascinating. We could not film anything inside the actual tour because all of that belongs to the production studios, belongs to, like Disney and Pixar and whatever other studios own the rights to the actual products and the story behind the movies. But the guide was fantastic, really, really personable, very enthusiastic about the work that is done at Weta, and our tour guide was actually an extra in all 3 Lord of the Rings movies, which I got a little bit of that on film, some of him talking about his time on the movie sets and his parts in the movies, among other movies that have been filmed here in New Zealand since. The director of Lord of the Rings, he is from Wellington, was born and raised here, grew up here, and that's why it was a significant part of it was filmed here too. So now I want to go back home and watch all 3 Lord of the Rings over again, even though I've seen all of them at least twice, probably all the way through. I'd love to do a rewatch now because it's been a few years. Wow, it's been almost 25 years since the first one came out, so quite a long time ago. But I'm gonna wrap this video up here. We have 3 sea days in a row coming up. 2 of them are just days at sea. The 3rd one is cruising the Sounds. That day I am planning to film. I will be vlogging, so stay tuned for the next video of what I anticipate to be beautiful scenery. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you're not already, hit subscribe so you get notified for future videos. Thank you so much for watching. Happy cruising. I'll see you in the next one. Good night.